we have as an association kind of advocated for physical activity for many years, because we see this as an important source for people to take kind of a coping strategy, in the sense that it can make the disease a little bit easier to live with and deal with. So that's really good, and it's so great to have Stella here, which in our community, in a little bit way at least, is new. And that's always really nice to see, although I really appreciate the ones who we have consulted and heard from before on this topic, but to have somebody new is also really nice to learn that there are new people coming into the field and really being engaged. And then I will just pass it over to Stella. Please tell us who you are before you start.
Thank you, Astrid. I'm Stella van der Niet. I'm a physiotherapist in the Netherlands at Topaz Overdown. And I'm working only with HD, people with HD. And yeah, what you said, I'm quite new to the field. I'm working now with HD for about 3 years. And yeah, I will start my presentation about physical activity and Huntington's disease. Let me see to share my screen. Here we go. I hope you can all see it. Yeah, perfect. So what I'm going to talk about today, I start with telling something about physical activity and tips and tricks to be active and stay active. Then examples of physical activities and potential challenges to be active and staying active during Corona. And then I will go to physiotherapy and Huntington's disease. And afterwards, you can ask me some questions or in the middle, or just ask me, and Astrid or Maaike will say that there are a lot of questions, and I will stop my presentation and answer them. So first of all, I want to know who you are. So we had a poll.
Yes. Yeah. Can you see it now?
Yeah, and please click on one of the boxes. Really good. So there's 11% of carriers of Huntington's disease, 33% of a family member, 22% of physiotherapists, 6% medical specialists, and others. So that's nice to see that there's like different people joining this webinar. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I told you already who I am. So I'm working at Topaz, what you can see in the photo over here. It's a Huntington Expertise Center with a Top Care label. We're located in the dunes next to the beach and the sea, so it's a pretty nice location to work with and work in. So Topaz Overdown got 5 units with 78 long-term care people with HD, 25 daycare, and 120 polyclinic people. So yeah, you know, it's a pretty big center. So first of all, I want to tell you something about what is physical activities and what are exercise. So physical activities are any activities that get your body moving, such as gardening, walking the dog, or taking the stairs. And exercise is a form of physical activity that is specifically planned and structured, for example, riding a bike, participating in a yoga class, or go for a run. So there are 2 different things. So let's go to the next one. So what do you guys think? What are the benefits of regular physical activity? So I made another poll. So the first one is improves quality of life and confidence, or improves balance, prevents stress and aggression, muscular strength, boosts endurance, promotes better sleep, or all the above. So actually they're all the above. So these are all the benefits of being physical active daily. Yeah. So what are the recommendations? So we have the Dutch and I did the Dutch and the English next to each other. So they're actually the same. So what they say, it's for a week, 2.5 hours a week, moderate intensity training. and twice a week, some muscle strengthening. So that means that you have to move or exercise 25 minutes a day. So that's not a lot, but it's sometimes difficult to reach it because moderate intensity is increased breathing, but you're still able to talk. And vigorous intensity is breathing fast and difficulty talking. So the English recommending guideline said 75 minutes. So that's quite a long time. So yeah, let's go to the next one. So how can you be physically active? For a healthy heart and mind, just be active. So the moderate things are examples for a walk or cycle or go for a swim. And with the difficulty of breathing, the vigorous ones are going for a run, sports, or climbing the stairs. To keep your muscles and bones strong, you have to sit less. So don't watch TV for hours and hours sitting on your sofa or sitting behind your computer for hours, but go to a gym or to yoga or carry some bags to build your strength. And to help reduce of falls, improve your balance. So for example, go dancing, or what they here say is Tai Chi or bowling, but I will come back to that later, how you can improve your balance and build up your strength. So they also gave us the activity triangle. So for every day, it's important to take extra steps during the day. So take the stairs instead of the lift, or try to go for regular walks. And think about incorporating sporting activities that you enjoy into your daily life. And the most important thing is get up, don't sit in that chair the whole day. So some few tips and tricks to be active daily. Think about how it's going to be for you. So think about what you like. For example, I like to play hockey, but I hate to go for a swim. So don't let me swim. I don't like water. But for example, my colleague likes swimming, so she's going for a swim every day. So just find out, what do you like to do? So it's much easier for you to be daily active. And think about, what am I already doing? For example, I go for a walk every day for 15 minutes with my dog. But what do I need to add to go for the 25 minutes being active a day? So even if you add on that 15-minute walk 5 minutes a day, you already add 35 minutes a week. So keep that in mind. So make a plan and write it down. So what you can see here above, the first thing of the image is write down the day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. And behind that, plan what you're going to do as a physical activity. So let's say a walk for a dog. The next day, do some muscle strengthening exercises and write down the minutes. And maybe what you need to do it. So
Stella,
after that...
Stella, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Maybe there isn't an answer to it, but I've been thinking for a long time that if and you have touched upon it, if you do things you like,
yeah.
So to do things that gives you joy, I think that's more efficient in a way. Do you understand what I mean? If I love to dance and I dance, I think that's much better than if I hate to run and I run.
Exactly. So yeah, that's my point. So yeah, just find out what you like. And then it's over, that 25 minutes is over before you know.
Well, also, yes.
Yeah, so in your case, turn on a good CD and yeah.
Some Celine Dion and then it's good.
So yeah, first make this a plan before the week starts and write down what you're going to do, how minutes and what you need to do. And after your activity, write it down. So in the end of the week, you can see if you reach your goals or you need to add something different in your planning next week. So that can help you to be active more. So what I just already said, include work in and around the house. So put in this picture, turn up the music and put some music on, or go gardening outside, and then you're already being physical active. So exactly, just find out what you like and how you can turn daily activities into physical daily activities. And plan for all weather conditions. If I plan to go to work every day by bike, but it rains, obviously in the Netherlands a lot, I won't do it. So what I need to do is plan my exercise time and the end of my working day. So it's not that after a week of rain, I didn't exercise at all because I planned to go on my bike to work. And I think that's the most important thing, include a buddy, like a family member, a friend, because it's easier to cancel on yourself than cancel an appointment with your body. And it keeps you motivated and it's a lot of fun and it keeps the social contact. So, yeah. So what I do as well, I keep track of my activities, and also with our walking program, what I do, we use apps on the phone like Strava, or you can use smartwatches or just an easy step counter. What you here see is the app Strava. It's with a GPS. And when you start walking, you press start on the app, and then afterward you stop, and then you see on the map what road you took. And then in the end, you see your distance and the time you walked. And for the next time, you can say, oh, I want to have the same distance or the same round. And then I will see how long it took me. And then you can challenge yourself. And in the app, you can also have friends and who can give you likes. So it's also really motivating for like others to see what other people are doing, especially in these times when you have to work out alone due to Corona. It's a good way to keep track of your friends. So what do we have for our long care clients at Topaz to be daily active? We have like a lot of things because there are so many different peoples with different interests. So that's why you need to offer different activities to try to keep them as active as possible. So we have our brisk walking program, and I will come back to that later. We have horse riding, so we have a horse, and people can take care of the horse, can brush it, can feed it, but also ride on it. We have a boot camp outside of one of our units, and all the clients of that unit can join us. And it actually gets more and more popular. So that's really good to see. We have yoga in a chair or just the normal yoga. We go swimming with them. So you can do exercises in the water or just floating around. We have a duo bike. So we can go to the boulevard for some fresh air or use it with daily tasks like go to the supermarket or go shopping. But instead of taking the car, we can go by bike and they can join. We also had group training for balance and gait training, and people really like motivate each other, stimulate each other, and give tips and what to do. So that's really nice to see as well. They can go gardening or baking, wood crafting, and dance therapy. So as you can see, these are a few examples of how can you be daily active on the way you're still able to do it. So what are actually the potential challenges to becoming active? So what I hear a lot is I'm not motivated to exercise. And in general, it's not easy to start and keep going with a new exercise. And even more so for people with HD. But it's normal to feel sometimes unmotivated. But to give you some help to get motivated is try to set small targets. Don't make them too big. And make it part of your routine. And keep a diary, what I already said, make a plan, ask friends, and most important, make it fun. The other one here is I am too tired to exercise. And sometimes people with HD feel really tired, even if they haven't done much. But be active when you have the most energy during the day, and prioritize what needs to be done. And try to have a routine to go to bed and waking up, so you sleep 8 hours a night. The other one is the exercise my therapist has given me are confusing or I can't remember them. So many people with HD can have subtle problems with memory, thinking and planning. So for this as well, find exercise you like to do and start with a few. And when you get more confidence, you can add more or difficult ones to it. And ask another person to watch you or help you, and write them down so you can always look back at it. And the other one is my balance is too bad. So balance, coordination, and strength can all be affected in people with HD, but they can get worse by lack of activity. So it's important to stay active. If you don't have the confidence for your balance, exercise in a safe place. Keep a chair next to you or have someone next to you who will help you. Start with exercise you feel confident in doing, and gradually make them more challenging. I need help to do the exercise. So what I already said, it's okay to ask another person for help and who is willing to help you, and join a club or a group where people can help you as well.
No, sorry, I just saw that Harvik says in the chat that if swimming is too complicated, water gymnastic is an even better alternative. So I think what you're also saying is to find something that you can do according to your own abilities, and
just find what is suitable, the most suitable for you. And say if you like swimming but you think you can't, ask advice. There's always a solution to make it work. So are there other questions about that?
Yeah, we have Astrid wonder what's the price for a dual bike?
I have no idea. Actually, we have them
because you are sitting beside each other. I thought that was such a nice thing instead of a tandem, for instance, where you are behind each other, which is also nice. But I wonder if it's extremely expensive or not.
Yeah, that must be expensive. I have no idea. Maybe my colleagues know, but they're
not here.
Maybe somebody.
They are. So maybe they will send something in the chat. And we have them Corona proof as well. So we have a screen in between.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
And then
sorry.
We have a question from Annette as well. And she's wondering if you use picture support as a reminder.
Sorry, as a?
If you use picture support as a reminder.
Yeah, so we make like a board with pictures as well. And we try to give the exercises as well on with pictures. Yeah, so what I thought, we have no excuses today. So I had a little exercise for all of you. So please stand up and join.
Okay.
It's a little exercise for a squat. In this video, it's in Dutch, so I tried to translate it for you guys. It's in the garden of my work, and I made the videos during Corona time for my clients. So what you can do, we can do it, the exercise standing up and sitting down on a chair, or standing next to a chair, or just in a space. I will try if this works.
De squat. Kan hem staan doen.
So what I explained to you guys, you can do it standing.
Benen naar voren.
And it's important that your toes pointing forward.
Zittend.
And your knees are
aantikken.
not further
Opzij.
than your toes. So
Aantikken.
you really have to make,
Probeer je handen niet te gebruiken.
you're gonna
Je
sit,
kan
so
een
not your
derde
knees
variant,
forward, but your
kan je ook
bum
vasthouden
backwards.
en hem dan doen. Ja, kijk maar wat jullie...
So, okay,
het
don't
beste
start
vinden.
yet.
Ik ga hem de eerste keer gewoon even staan doen.
So the first time I'm gonna
Gaan we
explain
hem
it,
10
like,
keer doen.
show you
Kom maar
standing.
klaarstaan.
So pointing your toes forward
En dan
and
gaan
try
we
not to
10 keer
use your hand.
squatten.
So we go 1,
1,
standing up and sitting down. 2,
2,
3, 4,
4,
5, 6,
6,
7,
7. Hou vol.
8, come on,
8,
almost there. 9,
9,
10.
10.
Okay, a
Heel
little
goed,
bit
dat
of
was de
rest
eerste.
and we're going to
Even
do another
beweegloos.
10 times.
Gaan we hem nog een keertje doen. Tweede keer. Ook weer 10
Are
herhalingen.
you guys ready?
Als je zegt die 10, dat is mij te makkelijk. Mag je hem ook 15 keer doen. En zo proberen zo diep mogelijk te zakken. Maar kijk wat
I will
gaat
show
voor
you
jezelf.
here on this
Gaan we
one,
even voordoen op een bankje.
if we're in the chair.
Jullie mogen gelijk meedoen. Ik doe er 10.
We're going to do
gaan
10 more. Here we go. 1, try
1,
not to use your hands. 2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5,
6,
6,
7,
7,
8,
8. Hou vol.
come on, 9,
9. En de laatste.
10. Really good.
Begin hem al te voelen in de
I
benen.
see people joining me, so it's really nice to see.
Oké.
We're gonna do it another 10 times, and that's the
laatste 10.
last one.
Op 15 voor wie wil.
I hope you're still
Gaan we.
okay.
Doe maar mee.
Here we go. 1,
De knieën niet voorbij de tenen. 2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5,
6,
6. Goed rechtop gaan staan.
7,
7,
8,
8,
9, and the last one,
9,
10.
10.
Really good. So, how is everybody feeling? It was really nice to see everyone was joining.
And it's just a little, I mean, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and
Yeah.
and you feel all your system really being activated, actually.
Yeah. And
Or I do.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
De squat.
So are there any questions so far? Or has everybody trouble breathing and stuff?
I think we have the price for the duo bike.
Oh, do we?
So it's 4,195 euros. So it's quite expensive, I would say.
Yeah, that's from an occupational therapist. Yeah.
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 But also Hervik's comment on included training falls as safe falls could be really fun. You know, in a gym, I guess, where you have some mats or something you can, or into the water, or I don't know.
Yeah, we do that as well with like big mats on the floor and exactly learn how to fall, but also really important how to stand up. But I will come back to that later. I have a little video of that as well. Yeah, and I will go also have some tips for taking the stairs and stuff. So that will come later. So also it's really hard and challenging already during this Corona time, and also being active, especially when you're home. So it's important to have a routine. So get up every morning and also go to bed at the same time and not too late. Make the physical activities fun and work out with the body when it's allowed, or just plan a meeting through Zoom or anything like that if you're still at home. So, and challenge yourself and be creative. You can see now during these times, people are getting really creative in all different exercises and challenges and all different kind of stuff. So that's really nice to see as well. So how did I try to keep my patients active? So every week there was a 15-minute video online with exercise and a challenge. So the exercise you just saw was one of my exercises in the video, and I did it together with a colleague of mine. And we put it in a group chat with members of the brisk walking program. Normally we go out for once a week, but we weren't allowed to go out with the group anymore. So the people were in a group app, and I posted the video there, and people did the challenge, and they were really like keep each other motivated and got the results of the challenge. So that was really nice to see that people were active. I also had contact with them by video calls by iCare. So the photo you see here, it's a device, it's called iCare. And with one click on the screen, you can have contact with your social worker, with your physiotherapist, with your psychologist. And there are some tips and tricks. So it's really easy to get in contact with them. And what I did was some exercises in front of the iCare and my laptop. So at home, I tried to keep the patients active with individual care. We did in the garden, we have a big garden at Overduin, and we did a scavenger hunt. So what you can see here, we put like circles on the floor, and we put some challenges there. So also thinking challenges. So like what you can see here is what is the name of our king? And the other one was clap your hands 10 times above your head. Because you can understand, it's like every day walking the same path is a bit boring. So what we did is make it more fun, make it fun to exercise. And we changed it after a rainy day. We had to change it, so we did different exercises as well. So that was really fun to see, and we heard a lot of good compliments. So that's really the creativity what's going along. For so far, are there any questions? We already had a lot, but...
Yeah, there's one more about, I just have to say, when taking stairs, please use that's the one, handrail. Yeah. How about using a stepper in your walking group when Corona regulations prevent walking outside?
Sorry, what did you say? I can see them.
It's how about using a stepper when you can't walk outside?
Oh, like I never use a stepper because I think it's used kind of a cross trainer, I think, because that needs like a lot of balance. And I think it's really dangerous to use one of them, but if you can use it properly, then maybe, yeah, but I won't recommend it. Yeah.
Is there anything else you would recommend if you can't go outside?
Just do like the exercise I did, standing up, or other things to keep your blood going and get your heartbeat up. Yeah, or what you have is like little bike on the floor, what you can put like in front of your couch, and then you have like the pedals of a bike. So that's things you can do, but that's safe. Or a home trainer at home. I see people have that. Or with an extra support chair on the home trainer.
Perfect.
And what about the time? How far in are we?
So now it's 35. So I don't know if you want to break now or if you...
No, I will continue a little bit more, and then I think in about 5 to 10 minutes, we have a little break.
Yeah, that's good.
Perfect.
We got one more question here.
Yeah.
And it says, one important question is how to motivate HD patients who just want to lie on sofa and watch TV and don't want to move.
Yeah, that's really difficult. Yeah, try to see like if you can put something on TV or something. and help them exercise just with little movements. Try to do that. Yeah, but it's really hard if there's no motivation at all to move. And my advice is also like, yeah, ask someone, a professional, to help you get that person active.
I think, Stella, if I can comment a little bit on that also,
Yeah.
because last week we had a webinar about the cognitive challenges and changes that comes also with Huntington's disease. And I think this to being engaged and take the initiative and have, you know, really the power in a way to be active can be really challenged also by the cognitive
Yes.
decline that happens in Huntington's disease. So I think what you said about, can we manage to have this into a routine, in particular, find something that's motivating and nice for the person, maybe what you did before you really developed symptoms and things like that, and start as early as possible.
Yeah.
Should be, I mean, the best thing we can do in a way to keep it into a good routine and daily life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will tell you something more about especially physiotherapy and Huntington's disease. So when do you go to a physiotherapist? So what I think what a physiotherapist can add to you is it helps regain your confidence. So what you see is people like don't trust their body anymore, or and that's why they don't move that much anymore. So it's important to get your confidence back in your own body. And you have to maintain your autonomy. That's really important for people to still can do things on their own and don't need help with everything they do in daily life. And physiotherapists also assist you with solving walking difficulties. And enables you to have a balance with being active and the importance of recovery in between trainings as well. So what are we doing as physiotherapists at Topaz? We have a brisk walking program I told you about. I will show you a video about it. We have 2 groups with 2 different levels, and we go out every week for 1 or 1.5 hours into the dunes and be active together as a group. So let's see if I can start the video for you, and it's subtitled with English. Let's see. Can you guys see it all? See the video or not?
No, sorry, we don't see it. Maybe you need to stop sharing screen and then, but it did work.
Oh yeah.
This is a link, so you are, I think maybe you need
this is a link.
Yeah, and then show us from your browser, I guess.
Yeah. I hope you can see it now.
Yes.
And do you hear it as well?
Yes, good.
Geen duimhandeling. Het is een heel intensief loopprogramma waarbij we op verschillende ondergronden lopen. Bijvoorbeeld zacht zand, schelpenpaden, maar ook door grasvelden en konijnenholen. De trap hierachter doen we ook. Het niveau is eigenlijk wat uit elkaar lopend. Dus de snelste mensen komen op een gegeven moment te ver bij de achterste vandaan. Die draaien dan om de achterste mensen op te halen, om zodoende de groep weer bij elkaar te krijgen. De deelnemers die meedoen aan dit loopprogramma zijn allemaal mensen met de ziekte van Huntington. Die geen hart- of longproblemen hebben. En ook geen heup- of gewrichtsklachten of andere gewrichtsklachten hebben.
Ja, de loopgroep vandaag. Dat is goed voor de spieren. En ja, voor de conditie ook. En goed voor de mens. Ja, je bent in de natuur waar je bezig. Dus.
Ja, dat doen we elke week. Om te kijken toch om een beetje de uithoudingsvermogen en zo te houden. Nou, dat we weer meer lopen als dat we een half jaar geleden deden.
En dat ik niet gewoon thuis zit. Dus dat betekent dat ik in een rolstoel, bij wijze van spreken, terecht zou komen, een beetje vroeg. En dit voorkomt omdat je continu in beweging bent.
Het is goed voor je spieren. En het houdt je fit.
Het unieke aan dit loopprogramma is dat we eigenlijk vanuit Overduin, zonder zelfs een weg te hoeven oversteken, zo dit prachtige duingebied in kunnen. Waar we alle gelegenheid hebben om de balans, de coördinatie en de loopvaardigheid op een veilige manier te kunnen oefenen.
De hele route is goed. Je kunt daar aardig aan. 5,2 kilometer gemiddeld. Dus.
Tussendoor doen we dan functionele oefeningen, zoals bijvoorbeeld achteruit lopen, looppas, huppelen, zijwaarts springen, over hekjes stappen, in stuifgaten springen. Echt allemaal dingen om het dagelijks leven te vergemakkelijken.
We springen over die dingen heen. We doen rendingen, zijstapsdingen. Allemaal goed.
Ja, op de pionnen lopen, springen, lopen. Ja, dat is allemaal heel goed voor de mensen.
Ja, meestal heb ik last met achteruit lopen.
Nullen moet je goed in de gaten houden dat je niet op je plaat gaat. Zo. Dus, ja.
Mensen met de ziekte van Huntington vallen vaak. En door de spieren en de botten sterk te houden, breken ze minder snel iets.
Ja, door de enkel gegaan in een van de konijnenholletjes. Het gebeurt overal, onverwachts. En of ik nou thuis ben of in een pretpark ben, het maakt allemaal niet uit.
We hebben zelf ook onderzoek gedaan naar de valincidenten binnen Overduin gedurende een periode van 2 jaar. En daaruit bleek vooral de gevolgen van het vallen eigenlijk minimaal. In 80% van de gevallen was er totaal geen gevolg. En 20% van de gevallen was het hooguit een schavend blauwe plek. En slechts in 3 gevallen betrof het een ernstig gevolg. Zoals 1 keer een fractuur en 2 keer een subluxatie. De conclusie van ons onderzoek is: wees niet te bang om te vallen. Vallen hoort gewoon bij de ziekte van Huntington. En het is gewoon heel belangrijk om lekker actief te blijven.
Voorheen bleven we stilzitten. Tegenwoordig gaan we toch wel weer aan de gang.
De resultaten van dit loopprogramma zijn onder andere ook het effect op de stemming. En het zelfvertrouwen wat behoorlijk veel beter is geworden. Daarnaast vind ik het heel belangrijk dat de mensen zo ontzettend veel plezier aan deze loopgroep beleven.
Ja, lopen en kijken weer. Goed voor, en het is prachtig voor de natuur. Dus ja, prachtig goed. Heerlijk even. Goed voor de mens.
Ja, is wel genieten. Het is meestal, ja, we hebben toch wel vaak mooi weer op een of andere manier. En ja, het is gewoon lekker even een uitlaatklep. Even iets anders doen.
So that was it.
Thank you. Really, really interesting, and a lot of several comments in the chat. But I wonder, maybe now it's nice to have a little break, and then we come back with some really good comments and questions. So I'll see you back in 9 minutes. Okay. So
Yes,
that's
perfect.
5 minutes to the hour.
Yeah.
Just stay with us, but take a break. Take a few knee benders or whatever. Move a little bit. Okay. See you soon. Okay. There's our teacher too. That's good. It says my internet connection is a bit unstable. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, good. So there are several things maybe we can pick up from the chat and also from the video you showed. I think you had one of your colleagues commenting on a study you have done on falling with your patients, I guess, where she said that it seems like the falling just in a few cases has serious consequences, so to speak.
Yes.
Can you comment or maybe say a little bit more about that?
I will have that in my presentation later.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. No, but like there were, I think, 1,500 more registered falls, and only like less than 0.1% had fractures. So I will show you the stats later. Yeah.
I also wonder. I think one of the persons in the video talked about how he felt better, because I'm thinking, I mean, Huntington's disease is progressing. So in the longer run, you get worse. You struggle more. But can you say anything about that? It's also not just possible to slow down the progression to get worse, but you can actually improve your balance, for instance, even if you have Huntington's disease and have symptoms.
Yes, I still see that every day when they're coming for the first time, for example, and then they will join the walking program or just continue with individual therapy, that the endurance can get better, the strength, the balance not so, maybe a bit, but not like makes a huge difference, but especially the strength and the endurance. The confidence is getting back. So they do more because they trust their body more. And yeah, like I can imagine how hard it is that your body is doing different things that you don't want to, and you have to get your trust back in that body. And if they have that, you see they do more, and the endurance get better, and the strength get better, and the autonomy gets better. People do more things on their own.
Interesting. Philippa, our colleague and friend who is a psychologist and who had the webinar on cognitive change last week, she has put a question or a comment. Do you develop exercises? I think she was a bit inspired by the video there where you told us that you had this game on the ground there. So she's asking, do you develop programs or exercises together with professionals from other fields? So it even in a more directed way, be combining the motor and the cognitive and emotional domains.
Yes, we do. Yes. We do combine the motor and cognitive, so that skills at the same time while exercising. Yeah. And we do that on a daily basis. Yeah.
I think there were some more. Yeah, then it's Dina and maybe who have about Topaz is unique, which is obviously true in the sense that not everybody in this community have the chance to go to a center with your expertise and the groups and everything you offer?
No, I understand. But that's why I also wanted to share what is possible within what you can do. And get people inspired to be creative and see what they can do.
Okay, thank you. So you have more you want to present for us, huh?
I do. Let's see. Here we go. So yeah, we watched the video of the brisk walking program, and we was already said in that video. There was study of the experience of HD patient who participated in a challenging brisk walking program. And the conclusion was the brisk walking program has a positive influence on the quality of life of these HD patients, especially the aspect endurance, muscle strength, mood, coordination, and pleasure contributed to this improvement. So some people said it was nice to talk to fellow patients, or I don't like to walk alone. I learned from my companions how to arrange HD issues. So it's not only about the walking, but also the contact with other HD patients, help them in their process of the HD. So that was that study. And also the study of the falls. So there were 1,579 falls registered, and these are the results. So if you see, so the 1,579 falls, and with 3 patients accounting for 37% of the incidents. And you can see in the pie charts above, it's 73% were no consequences at all. So that was what we already briefly talked about. And you can see the middle one, there was no actually time where people were falling more, like say in the afternoon or at nighttime. So that didn't make any sense. So their conclusion was, and most importantly, what I wanted to say to you, don't be afraid to fall. This is just a part of the Huntington's disease, but stay active to keep your muscles and bones strong. So that's the most important thing. So by saying that,
sorry, can I, just for clarification, did you say how many patients? You said how many falls? It was 1,500 something. Did you say how many patients?
1,579 falls, and not over like how many patients. I don't know how many patients there were, but in 37% of the incidents, there were 3 clients.
Yes.
So they were falling a lot.
So maybe for some it's a big problem in a way that they fall often, but for quite a big percentage, it's not really.
Yeah. So there were like a lot of people who fall a lot, and what you see with every time they fall, like there was not a lot of consequences on it. So by saying that, when you say it's like you can fall, you have to also getting back on your feet after a fall. And we made a little video of how you can stand up from the ground. And I think I need to stop sharing my screen again and do this one. Can you all see it now?
Yes.
On big screen?
Opstaan vanaf de grond. Variant 1 via buiklig. Eerst bijkomen, even rust. Draai op je buik. Kom maar op handen en knieën. Rechtop, alleen op de knieën. 1 voet naar voren zetten en kom maar staan. Heeft u nog vragen? Neem dan contact op met een van de fysiotherapeuten bij Topaas Overduin.
So that was really briefly how to stand up. So it's important to go to your knees and your hands and knees. Do you all see my big screen now? No? Okay. Think this is better?
Yes, now you're back in your...
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks. What did I say? Yeah, to get back on your knees and hands. And if you need any support and you're alone at home or something, you can crawl to like a chair or something to hold on to, and then you can stand up. So that's important also to say with standing up. So if you don't have the balance to stand up on your own, crawl on your knees and on your hands to a chair or to something you can hold on to what can help you support going up. Let's see. So let's talk about walking. So walking speed is important. So keep your speed high because the slower you go, the more balance you need. So for example, if you ride a bike and you go really slow, I need a lot of balance to get biking. If I go really slow, I go all the way around and maybe I fall over. So that's kind of the same thing with walking. So the slower you go, the more balance you need. So that's why we say just keep moving and keep your speed high. And to cross a road, you need a pace of 1.14 meters a second. So that's quite a pace you have to cross a road with a traffic light. And how can you train your walking speed? So you can use a treadmill and gait training to improve your walking quality. And it's also important for your carers. Remind the person with HD to avoid dual task if this is an issue for them, like do not carry anything or talk while walking or do two things at the same time. Really do one thing at the same time.
Can I stop you? There was a question. Can you give an example of how to train the gait specifically?
Yeah, I have some sheets later on for the gait training as well. So yeah, what you can do, you can walk over obstacles, walk on your tippy toes, walk sideways, walk backwards, all those kind of things. And there are a lot of different exercises to do gait training.
Annette was also wondering if you were practicing on racing after falling or on the center.
Yeah, so we do it on a mat I go to like a window or something where they can hold on to and let they go into their knees and just learn how to get up and train also the muscles, what you need to use to get up and get yourself from the ground. So yeah, we train that a lot as well.
So that's something maybe people can do at home as well, or do you?
Yeah, but then you need to know how to get up from the floor, because when you want to train it at home and you're on your hands and knees, but you're not able to get up, that's the thing. So you kind of have to know, like, I can get up. And it's also important, don't panic if you're on the floor. Stay calm and try it a few times, multiple times, but don't panic or don't know what to do. Just follow those steps and try to stay calm. Yeah. So yeah, this is about the gait training, supervised gait training. And these gait training exercises are designed to help you strengthen your muscles, improve posture, and develop the muscles memory that allows you to regain your mobility. So for example, what I already said, walking backwards, walking sideways, walking over objects. So here you can see a few photos of those exercises. And especially the ones on your tippy toes is a really good one for your ankle stability and for your calf strength. So that's the one I actually do daily with my clients.
And then it's best to be barefoot?
No, you can do it barefoot, but you can also do it on your shoes. Yeah. And if you don't have the balance to do, like, yeah, just ask someone to help you, or stand next to a chair and just don't walk, but go up and down first, and try to build on up to that exercise that you can later on walk on your tippy toes or on your heels. So with your toes up from the ground and only walking on your heels. So that's a few examples of the supervised gait training. So it's important to do it first supervised instead of trying it on your own. Yeah, because then you don't have the risk of falling or anything like that.
Do you have any experience, sorry for interrupting again, but Herwig Lange wrote a comment about Nordic walking or with the sticks. Do you have any experience in
I don't have any experience with it. I don't use it. But I heard from colleagues as well. Sometimes it will work, but you have to be careful they're not falling over the sticks. And you do two things at the same time with walking, so you really have to use your hands. So that could be also a difficulty. Yeah. But like you can see with the Parkinson's disease, for example, that sometimes work because you have the sound of the click from the pulse. Yeah, let's go with climbing stairs. So it's important with climbing the stairs to put your whole foot on the step. And hold always your hand to the banister while climbing up, and also but going down the stairs. And don't do two things at the same time. Concentrate on what you're doing. I hear so many stories of people falling down the stairs while watching on their phone or anything like that. And keep your muscles strong. And ask your physio for personal tips and get your confidence back if you don't want to walk the stairs or you don't dare to walk on the stairs. And it's important to repeat it several times every week, because sometimes people can get afraid of the stairs if they don't walk in too often. And also for this, I have a video. Let me see. I think you can all see it now. Perfect. Here we go.
Zelfstandig trap oplopen, doorstappen. Let op, zet hele voet op de trede. Houd hand goed voor je aan de trapleuning. Blijf doorstappen. Heeft u nog vragen? Neem dan contact op met een van de fysiotherapeuten.
So yeah, that was the short video I already explained. So what you see, some people are really afraid to walk the stairs. So they really need to get their confidence back. Let me share my screen again. And sometimes it helps not to step further, but just put one foot on the steps and put your next foot next to it. And then again, one foot up and the other one next to it. And it's the same with going down. And some people are really afraid of going down the stairs because you look into where you're going to. And sometimes it will help to turn around and walking backwards. But yeah, that's some tips for climbing stairs. Let's see. So we also do some balance exercises, as you can see here. And it's important with balance exercises, it's the best to use daily activities while training and improving your balance. Examples of specific tasks are reaching up or reaching sideways or to the ground, or a variety about it. You can see this woman on the left, she has to reach forward to put the cone on the stick and get a cone by her foot. So she has to bend forward as well and go down. And it's good to consider progressing from a wide to a narrow base of support. So with your feet wide or your feet together, from a static to dynamic activities, from a low to high center of gravity, and increasing the degrees of freedom that must be controlled. So this briefly balance exercise explained. So it's also like shoes are also really important for walking, for your stability, for your balance, for everything. And why is it important? They provide a foundation for posture. And the upright, the stability is important because it affects balance and walking ability. It decreases the risk of falling. And it's important to regularly check the condition of the footwear. Because what you see, like a lot of people use a lot of shoes while walking because they have a different way of walking. So where do you have to take care of? So the shoes need a firm, flat heel. It has to have a bendable forefoot, Velcro shoelaces for ease of application, wide heel base for increased stability, firm heel counter that keeps the heel supported and prevents over-supinating and over-pronating, avoid thick soles, avoid thick toe grips. High-top sneakers or shoes are recommended for ankle support, and avoid flip-flops and walking on high heels. So I will give you some examples. Like this is a few examples for the shoes, but also if I go 2 slides back for, I think it's the younger generation, what we have as well. So they can make for example, the Nike shoes, and then with normal laces or with the Velcro. So there are a lot of possibilities to make the shoes look nice and be really comfortable and good for your feet. I saw there was some questions coming in, I think, or? I can, okay.
No, I think it's fine. You can, there are a few comments, but you can just, yeah.
Okay, so these are the shoes. So there are really many possibilities.
And I think I know from my experience that a lot of patients prefer, like slippers or something you can just slip easily into because it's tricky to firmly close the shoe, so to speak.
Yeah.
So that's also about maybe understanding the importance and have motivation to take the work and find also something.
But because what you see with the slippers and flip-flops or stuff, because it doesn't have the support, you have to hold them on your feet. So what you do is you crawl with your toes to hold it. So your muscles are already working to keep the shoe or the flip-flop on your feet. So that's why we recommend shoes with really a stability. So you can use the muscles and energy to walk instead of holding your shoe on your foot. We talk about walking assistance. So it's important to have your own autonomy. So it will be easier for a person with HG to learn to use a walking device earlier in the disease process rather than later. Therefore, early introduction is recommended, even if the device is only used sporadically. But what we see, we don't use a lot of walking assistance like cones or anything, because we see it's really hard to use them because you need to do multiple things. So we rather, when I come back later on, train to walk without any assistance than walk with. And later in the disease, people with HG are often unable to use assistive devices due to cognitive issues and may do better walking hand in hand with 1 or 2 carers. And what I said, walking aid should enhance walking and not just prevent falls. So with that saying, sometimes we use a walker. Sometimes we use a normal walker and put some weights in front of it. So because when the walker is heavier, it's not going from side to side, but it stays more on a straight line. Or we use this walker. It's called the U-motion walker. And normally it's used for people with Parkinson's disease. And this one works the other way around. So the brakes works the other way around. So when you walk, you have to squeeze the handles of the brakes to release them. And when you let go the handles, the brakes are on. And you can brake this with one hand. So yeah, this one works the other way around, and that's more usable with people with HD if they use a walker. But what we see when they use a walker, they will kick the wheels or anything, or it's more unstable and they fall more with a walker than without. So normally we choose to use no walker at all. Sometimes we use a dynamic ankle foot orthotic, and we use the toe off. And what you see, it's on the right side, it's the picture, and you put it in your shoe, just a normal shoe. And you stand on it. So you see in the middle one, you see the black thing that's in front of your shin. And when is it recommended? If your hamstrings are good, but your quads are weaker and your calves are weaker and you have a drop foot. So what it does, it helps you to give you more power to swing your foot forwards and hold your foot up when you swing it forwards. So you don't have that drop foot. So you don't have your toes touching the floor when you swing your foot forward. And that will help you not to fall as well. And then you have the blue rocker, and that's also, heavier. So when you also don't have too much power in your hamstrings, and both also help to stabilize your knee as well while walking. So I have also another video what we can do, but I don't know how we are with the time, or what we can do some questions more.
We have a few more minutes. There it's 8 minutes to half. I don't think there is. Well, there is a comment from Having Lang again about the four-wheel walker are better in preventing falls than three-wheel walker. But I think the one you had was a four-wheel walker, or no?
It's a four-wheel walker, yeah. Yeah.
And also a comment about, you did mention yoga in one of your slides as an alternative physical activity. Can you say a little bit more about yoga and what you think that can add or can supplement what you already?
I think what yoga helps you is to get back in contact with your body and feel what your body is doing, and getting your pace down, and helping to feel what's your body doing while doing really like slow exercises, and getting more that pace back, I think. So sometimes I recommend it, and it helps you also, like, it's really on the breathing. And sometimes you see people are having difficulties with breathing, so that helps you more focusing and working together with your breathing while exercising. So what I have now is also a video. So that's a video what we did during Corona time. So I thought maybe if we have some time left, we can all stand up again, because we were sitting for a long time already.
Really? Again?
Again.
Ay.
I didn't know I was going to train this evening.
You asked me for some good tips to exercise.
Did I? Okay.
So let me see. You can all see the screen?
Yes.
So what they say here is...
Hi allemaal, daar zijn we weer. Arie en Stella met week 4.
For week 4. So we did every week one of those videos. And you can find it on YouTube, it's still there. But it's all in Dutch. So maybe we can start with the warming up, and you can do it sitting if you want to, or you can stand up, and you can reach for the sky. So try to get like the apples out of the tree, you call it, I think. So we can all start with getting those apples out of the tree.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heel goed. Doe even het
And now with your head,
naar beneden
looking
kijken.
up and looking down.
Doe even 10 keer. Naar beneden en omhoog. Dat is 2. Naar beneden en omhoog.
Up and down.
3. Mag iets sneller. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8.
And a few more.
9. 10. Heel goed. Gaan we even die rondwarm maken.
Okay, just get your arms out and go from one hand to another, rotating.
En deze kant erop. Heel goed.
Really good.
Laat de
Try
voeten
if you're
staan,
standing up
voeten
not
staan.
to rotate by your foot, but in your
Doe maar mee.
in your core.
Doen we nog 7 keer. 1.
So touch the other way around your arm. Yes, really good.
3. Dus 10 keer in totaal.
Few more times.
4. 5. 6. 7.
Really good. That was it.
Gaan we nu nog
Now
even
we're gonna walk
even
on place. If you're sitting down, just
beginnen
get
heel
your
laag.
knees up and
Probeer die armen goed mee te nemen.
get your knees up to your nose and back.
Doe maar mee. Kijk of het
Kind of
steeds
walking
sneller
on. And if you can, try to do it a little bit
wordt.
faster.
Nog sneller.
And if you can go kind of running. But if you want to do it slowly, that's also fine.
Anders houden we hem gewoon
And
zo.
if you can, try to get your arms with you.
Nou, dit was hem.
Okay,
Op naar
so
het
this
stukje
was the warming up
conditie.
on the
Succes.
video. And this is a bit of endurance. So this is my colleague.
Welkom bij de conditieoefeningen. We hebben
He's
straks
going to do 2
twee oefeningen.
exercises.
1 oefening voor de bovenkant en 1 oefening voor de onderkant. Die gaan we zo snel mogelijk achter elkaar doen. Ik doe hem eerst langzaam voor. Oefening 1.
So you're going to do, the first one is the
De
boxing.
box stoten. Die gaan we straks 1 minuut lang
And
achter
really
elkaar
try
doen,
to
zo
rotate
snel
your
mogelijk.
core as well.
Na die minuut gaan we dan
And
gelijk
this is
naar
the
de
first
oefening voor de
exercise, and the
benen.
other one is
Dat is
jumping
deze.
on the,
Kleine
where you're
sprongetjes
standing,
maken.
if you can.
Voor de
Exercise, and
benen.
the other one is
Dat is
jumping
deze.
on the,
Kleine
where you're
sprongetjes
standing,
maken.
if you can. And otherwise,
Doen we dan ook
just
weer 1 minuut lang,
get
zo
your
snel
knees up
mogelijk.
together and down when
Stella,
you're
ik ga
sitting
mee.
down. Okay, are we guys ready? 1, 2, 3, start boxing. Come on,
Hou vol.
really good, continue.
Je gaat er wat
Breathing a
sneller
little bit
ademen nu.
faster, really good. Come on. Almost there.
Hou vol.
Op de helft,
Halfway,
30
30
seconden.
seconds. We do it in 1 minute. Come on. Don't
Mike,
stop.
and I think you're cheating. You're hiding.
9,
10,
8,
9,
7,
8,
6,
7,
5,
6,
4,
5, 4, 3,
1.
2,
And we go
1.
Gelijk door.
jumping. Let's
Komt-ie.
go. Or lifting your knees together up from the chair and down. As fast as you can. And when you're jumping, just bend your knees but
Mocht je nou heel moe zijn,
and otherwise
dan
do
doe je
this
hem gewoon
one.
snel
Just
op deze
stay
manier.
standing and bend through your knees. Come on, this is only a minute. Then we're done. Oh. Thirty seconds,
30
halfway.
seconden, op de helft.
Really good. Try to control your breathing. Almost there. 10, 9,
10, 9,
Hou vol.
8, 7,
5,
6,
4,
5,
3,
4,
2,
3,
1.
2, 1 en
Yes,
stop.
that was it.
Zo, kom eventjes bij. Best pittig.
So you can see also at my colleague,
Zelf
he's
ook
really
even
out of breath as well.
bijkomen.
How are you guys?
Need to catch my breath.
Really good. And that was only in 2 minutes time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, this is an example what we did for the videos. And so you can see him. And there was a challenge. So what I did is like this challenge was stand by a stair and touch this, go up and down one thing. And then in 30 seconds, how many times can you go up and down the stairs? I will show you a bit.
Je heeft de challenge aan mij overgenomen. De traptree staan en er weer af.
So you have to make sure your whole foot is on that.
Op de tree komt.
And then in
Dus
30
niet
seconds you go
halverwege,
up like that
maar er
and
helemaal
down.
op.
And
Anders
then
stap je
in the
mis
group
wat
app,
bijvallen.
they were saying how many
We gaan
times they
één
were
minuut
able to
lang,
do that. So you had
zo
like
snel
7 times,
mogelijk,
20
maar
times.
veilig, trap op
So
en
that's
af.
why they
Eén
that's
tree.
how they modified it.
Ik ben er klaar voor.
Klaar voor de start.
So here,
Af.
that was a
De
minute.
minuut
Sorry,
gaat nu in.
30 seconds. It was a minute.
2,
But
3.
this was a challenge.
Ik hou me vast.
And what we also did was planking or anything like that. So that's how we, that was like how we did the videos as well. So yeah, that was that video.
Thank you.
That was the end of my presentation. So thanks for joining. And I'm always like available. You can also email me with questions or anything, and I'm happy to help you.
Thank you. Very, very nice presentation and so much practical input. So that's really, yes, we want to give you, an applause for that. I see in the chat, just as last comment before we say goodnight, about yoga. And I see Marge or one of the people from Portugal is interested in yoga. And if there are others, I don't know about many things that have been published. I know there are people in India working in the HD field who are really interested in yoga and see benefits also related to psychiatric challenges and the totality, I would say. So that could be really interesting if we together can maybe explore more about the benefits and how to do yoga to help deal with the disease. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't use that yoga as a physio. So like, yeah, I know. But I think I know a bit of yoga to do that with HD, but it's nice if other people are doing that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I hope everybody had like some tips and tricks out of this.
Sure. It was really concrete, I think, and a lot of good tips. And yes, you get the applause from people.
Thanks.
And thank you so much. And take care, everybody. And next Wednesday, we have a new webinar on Maiken.
On moving forward, the new project.
The project we are doing on research and mobilizing together.
Oh, cool.
Great. Hope to see you then. And take care, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you all
Good
for
night.
listening.
Let's wave to each other.
It was really
good.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.